Optimism for me isn't about blind positivity. It's about spotting potential even when the constraints feel heavy, like in healthcare or in highly regulated systems. Where have you seen optimism act as a lever for change in your projects, your writing, your teaching?
Perhaps the case, not that I will have an answer for all of your wonderful questions, but it
I
brings
never want
to
to make it.
mind, there was a title that we call it, the modernization of Maya, the Maya software, Autodesk Maya. We
Mm-hmm.
inherited this legacy software that was after my BlackBerry days, one of my favorite jobs, by the way.
So cool.
Yeah.
Where?
So I had a team, I think I had a team of 50 something people with 4 different leads. And it was one of these where we were touching fire. So if you know of the Maya fan club, you don't touch the software. It needs to look exactly the way it did in 1984. And I remember, using some of the other pieces of software for projects during my grad, and thinking, oh my God, this is like a scary piece of software. So this particular modernization of that software came with assault online with
Wow.
people saying, why the F are you changing, blah, right? And so this goes back again to empathy. And one of the things we realized as we began to do ethnographic studies and unpack, a lot of these people had begun to associate who they were with the software. So a lot of their job title were things like, I'm a Maya developer, because the software is not only a design of software, there was also development. So you had to have been a coder to be able to use the software. But my job was really modernizing the applique with my team, the icons. Within the software itself sat about 5 different workflows that only an animator would use, or only a modeler would use, or only whatever would use. But when you looked at the interface, it was just all thrown in there, figure it out. And so imagine these people had gone their entire careers learning the software. There's something wonderful about starting as a novice in the software and becoming an intermediate and an expert. And some of the things we're offering were wizards to get to the completion of tasks, providing the next best action. And so all of these older folks were like, what the hell? This looks like it's built for teenagers now, right? And so these were all things we had to take into consideration as we went through the prototyping phase. And what took us through that was optimism that what we were creating as a collective, as a team, would somehow maintain the integrity of those who'd been using the software forever when they got it on the CDs to those who just wanted to get it from Amazon Web Services. And so for us, this was one of the most difficult, stressful projects I've ever worked with because of the fan base that were online on forums and stuff. Every time we clicked an icon, like, why is it that icon? Right? It's like, well, we had to think of the changing metaphors. So there's a whole generation who don't know some of these icons. They're like, what is that thing? Oh, that's mail. Well, that's not email. But they don't realize that email itself has inherited some of the iconography of the mail space, right? In the analog world. So that's what we dealt with. But I think it was optimism that just got our team through 2016 of thinking, we know we're building something that will satisfy you, and you'll still be a Maya developer, right? Because they had that in the title, but we still need to make money as a business and appeal to, the younger designers who don't want to learn all the stuff you've learned.
Thanks for watching Design with Renn, where we explore what it means to create with care, context, and intention. If this sparks something for you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's designing for change. Want more? New episodes drop regularly, and you'll find resources, tools, and behind-the-scenes thinking right here on the channel. Keep designing with purpose, and I'll see you in the next one.